Imagine coming home from a grueling day at the office, only to find your HOA president, clipboard in hand, stomping across your freshly mowed lawn like she owns the deed to your soul, and then she calls the cops on you while standing right there, turning the tables in the most hilariously hypocritical way possible. That's the kind of twisted suburban nightmare that unfolded in the seemingly idyllic Willowbrook estates, where rules aren't just guidelines, they're weapons wielded by power-hungry busybodies who think a title makes them untouchable. Meet Alex Rivera, a quiet software developer who'd moved into Willowbrook 3 years ago seeking that classic American dream, a cozy split-level house, a small backyard for barbecues, and zero drama. But dreams die fast in HOA hell. Alex had painted his mailbox a sleek midnight blue, not black, mind you, but a shade that caught the light just right and added a touch of personality to the otherwise cookie-cutter cul-de-sac. It wasn't flashy, it was just him. 4 months. Whispers had circulated at neighborhood potlucks. Did you hear about Alex? He's the one with that weird mailbox, probably hiding something. Alex heard the rumors, the sidelong glances from joggers and dog walkers. He bit his tongue, smiled politely, and kept his head down. Inside, though, he was cataloging every snide comment, every passive-aggressive note slipped under his door. Patience wasn't weakness, it was his secret weapon. Enter Marjorie Kensington, the iron-fisted chair of the Willowbrook HOA board. Marjorie was the epitome of suburban royalty, perfectly coiffed silver hair, pearl earrings that screamed old money, and a smile that could curdle milk. She preached community harmony at every meeting, quoting bylaws like scripture while enforcing rules that made North Korea look laid back. "We're all in this together," she'd say in her saccharine voice. But her actions screamed control freak. Marjorie had clawed her way to the top by ousting the previous chair over a scandalous holiday light display. And now she ruled with an iron clipboard, fining folks for everything from overgrown hedges to unsightly bird feeders. Deep down, she feared nothing more than losing her grip, her throne, as she jokingly called it in board emails that Alex would later uncover. It started innocently enough on a sunny Saturday afternoon. Alex was out front, trimming his hedges with the precision of a surgeon, when Marjorie appeared like a storm cloud in pastel capris. She marched up his driveway, heels clicking on the pavement, ignoring the clear no soliciting sign he'd posted after her last uninvited inspection. "Alex Rivera," she announced, voice dripping with faux concern. "We need to talk about that mailbox of yours. It's disruptive." Alex straightened up, wiping sweat from his brow. "Disruptive? It's blue, Marjorie. Matches the shutters. Been that way since I moved in." She flipped open her clipboard, scanning a list like it held the secrets of the universe. "The board has received complaints. It's not in line with our aesthetic standards. Too bold. It clashes with the neutral palette we've cultivated for Willowbrook." Alex crossed his arms, feeling the first flicker of annoyance. "Complaints? From who? And since when is blue a crime?" Marjorie stepped closer, right onto his lawn, her heels sinking into the soft earth. "From concerned residents. Of course. We must maintain order. Alex. Harmony. You understand." Her tone was patronizing, like she was explaining colors to a toddler. Alex took a breath, keeping his voice even. "Actually, I don't. And you're on my property without permission. Please step back." Marjorie's eyes narrowed, her polite mask cracking just a hair. "Excuse me? I'm the HOA chair. This is official business. Official or not." "It's trespassing," Alex replied calmly. pulling out his phone to record. "I've asked you to leave," she huffed. Lavender-scented indignation wafting over. "You'll regret this tone. Young man. I'm calling the authorities." Right there. On his grass. She dialed 911. Voice rising for dramatic effect. "Yes. Officer. I'm being threatened by a resident. He's hostile. Send someone quick." Neighbors peeked from curtains. Phones in hand. Alex just stood there. Arms crossed. A small smile tugging at his lips. "Stay put. Marjorie. Let's see what the deputy thinks about your feet." Deputy Harlan showed up in under 8 minutes. Siren off but lights flashing just enough to draw a crowd. He was a local guy. Burly with a mustache that screamed, "I've seen it all." He stepped out. Eyed Marjorie's position, heels firmly planted in Alex's flower bed, then looked at Alex. "What's the story here?" Marjorie jumped in. Voice quivering with rehearsed outrage, "He's harassing me. Refusing to comply with HOA directives." Harlan raised an eyebrow. "Ma'am. You're standing on his property. Did he ask you to leave?" "Well, yes. But, then that's trespassing on your part." Marjorie's face flushed beet red. Her clipboard trembling. "But I'm enforcing community standards." Harlan shook his head. "Standards don't trump property law. Step off the lawn. Please." She backed up slowly. Muttering about ungrateful residents, her queenly poise shattered. Harlan turned to Alex. "Press charges?" Alex shrugged. "Nah. Just wanted her gone." As Marjorie stormed off. Clipboard flapping like a defeated flag. Alex knew this was just the appetizer. The main course of karma was coming. The retaliation hit like clockwork. Monday morning. Alex found a crisp envelope in his mailbox, no stamp. Just the HOA seal. Inside, violation notice, mailbox color violates Section 4. Addendum C of the Aesthetic Guidelines. Repaint to approved beige within 48 hours or face $100 daily fines. Alex scanned it. Noting the addendum that sounded suspiciously new. He wasn't panicked, he was prepared. Years of dealing with corporate bureaucracy had taught him to document everything. He pulled out his HOA binder, a thick tome he'd digitized after the rumors started, and cross-referenced. No Section 4. No Addendum C. It was fiction. Pure and simple. He texted his neighbor. Lena. A paralegal who'd battled Marjorie over a too festive doormat last year. Fake rule? Lena replied instantly, classic Marjorie. Check county records. Amendments need filing. Alex drove to the county clerk's office that afternoon. Where a no-nonsense clerk named Rita confirmed it, no updates since 2021. Anything else is unenforceable hot air. Armed with certified copies. Alex designed a simple flyer, HOA fining you for fake rules? Call the clerk. Here's proof. He printed 75 copies and, under cover of dusk, taped one to every mailbox in Willowbrook except Marjorie's. By dawn, the neighborhood buzzed like a hive. Texts flooded Alex's phone. Thanks. Man, got fined for my pink flamingo last month. Calling now. This explains the random $50 for lawn inconsistencies. Marjorie's reaction was priceless. Alex spotted her from his window. Pacing her porch. Phone glued to her ear. No. It's sabotage. Those flyers are libelous, she shrieked. Loud enough for the mailman to hear. A pause. Then, what do you mean? Technicality? We voted, it should count. Her voice cracked. The first sign of her facade crumbling. Neighbors started chatting in driveways. sharing stories of bogus fines and whispered threats. Old Mr. Harlan, no relation to the deputy, confessed he'd paid $300 for a non-compliant birdhouse because Marjorie claimed it attracted vermin. The air thickened with quiet rebellion. The kind that simmers before boiling over. Escalation came swift and stupid. Wednesday evening. Another envelope on Alex's door, cease and desist, defamation of HOA authority. $500 fine enclosed. Attached was a bill. Handwritten in Marjorie's loopy script. Alex didn't rage, he laughed, a dark, satisfying chuckle. He called his old college buddy, Jordan, a sharp-tongued lawyer specializing in HOA disputes. Over video chat. Jordan grinned like a shark. This is amateur hour. Alex. No due process. No evidence, just threats. If they've collected on fake rules, that's fraud. Alex emailed scans of everything, notices, flyers, county docs. Jordan advised filing with the state HOA oversight board. That night, a knock at the door. It was Elias, a retired accountant who'd served on the board before Marjorie's coup. Saw your flyer, he whispered, handing over a USB drive. Minutes from closed meetings. They skipped quorums. Altered bylaws in secret. Marjorie's nephew handles the fines account, shady as hell. Alex plugged it in. Eyes widening at the evidence, unsigned amendments. Unreported fees. Even a line item for consulting paid to Marjorie's sister. The powder keg ignited when Alex submitted the complaint online, attaching Elias's files. Within days, the state board emailed every resident, investigation launched, Willowbrook HOA suspected of fraudulent practices. All fines suspended. Marjorie's house went dark that night, no porch light. No car in the drive. Whispers turned to open mockery, Queen Marjorie's losing her crown. At the next board walkabout, where they usually patrolled for violations, only Marjorie showed. Clipboard limp in her hand. She eyed Alex's blue mailbox with venom but said nothing. Her steps hurried in alone. The climax hit at the monthly HOA meeting. Packed like a rock concert. The clubhouse overflowed with folding chairs dragged from garages. Residents spilling onto the lawn. Marjorie arrived fashionably late. In a power suit that screamed I'm in charge, but her eyes darted like a cornered animal. She banged the gavel, order. We'll address the misunderstandings. No mention of the investigation. Just deflection. But Lena stood first, misunderstandings? Like your fake fines? Marjorie's smile tightened. The board acts for the greater good. Elias rose next. Voice booming, greater good? Like skipping votes and pocketing dues? He waved printed minutes. Murmurs swelled to shouts. I motioned to dissolve the board, someone yelled. Marjorie pounded the gavel, you can't, I'm chair. Then the doors swung open, 2 detectives. Badges gleaming. Marjorie Kensington? We have a warrant for records. Her face drained of color. Hands shaking. This is outrageous. One detective deadpanned, outrageous as embezzling $28,000 through a shell company. Board members scattered blame, she handled it all. I just signed. Marjorie was let out. Sputtering excuses. Her empire crumbling in real time. The room erupted in cheers mixed with stunned laughter, the sweet sound of justice served cold. In the aftermath, a new board formed, transparent. Elected fairly. Fines refunded. Rules rewritten by vote. Alex's blue mailbox stood proud. A symbol of quiet defiance. Marjorie faced charges, fraud. Embezzlement, her house sold to a family who painted their door bright red. No fines issued. Willowbrook breathed easy. Neighbors bonding over barbecues instead of bylaws. But as Alex sipped coffee on his porch, watching kids play freely, he pondered the irony. Was Marjorie the real villain? Or just a product of a system that lets petty tyrants thrive unchecked? You tell me, was justice served? Or did we all enable the monster?